From Carlton Smith Field in Bexley, Ohio, we have about a couple of minutes until the players are scheduled to take the field here. We've had an hour and 5 minutes of total delay time thus far. The players have not taken the field. I see the coaches standing out there. The band is about to cadence their way into the stadium. No sign of the players yet, but we should be getting started soon. Grandview enters this game 4-0. Bexley enters this game 1-3. Grandview won the 2017 contest by a score of 49-0, and Grandview's 2-3 against the Lions since the series resumed back in 2013. And the Cats, they have quite a gauntlet coming up. They're at Bexley tonight, even though they're 1-3. This is a rivalry game. This is Bexley's biggest game on their schedule. Then the Cats are home against Whitehall next week, who is 4-1, and they beat powerhouse Columbus Academy last night. And October the 5th, 2 weeks from tonight, the Cats are home against London, who is 4-0. So this is quite the stretch coming up here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, most certainly is, Murphy. You know, we've seen the Cats in these situations before where they play these tough opponents and they just come up really just short. You know, take nothing away from Bexley. They are a dangerous team. They got their first win of the season. You got to think that's going to motivate
Better than
them.
last year, yeah.
Absolutely. And with the two big games coming up for the Bobcats, you can't overlook this Bexley team.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be, you know, they still got experience. You got to hang in there if you're the Cats. You got to take care of business. Don't look ahead to Whitehall and London. Simple as that. You got to take it game by game in these situations, and I think the Cats can do just that.
Well, first of all, John, I'm glad you're back. You're back on the air finally for a football game. And I'm Murphy Horning. I'm back here for my 5th broadcast of the year. Glad that you all are tuning in. Players still have not taken the field yet. It's 8:07. No signs of any lightning. It's a pretty warm, hot, humid night here on the in the eastern suburbs of Columbus. The fans are filed in. They've just been comfortably sitting in their bleacher seats for the past hour or so. As the lightning, it was pretty south of us, and we weren't in any imminent danger. As the clock has ran down to 0, and the Bexley cheerleaders are coming out, and I see the officials waving the Grandview Bobcats onto the field. And here they come. Oh, that is a great sight to see. We have about 10 minutes left of warm-ups as the clock has been reset to 9:48 and counting. The clock reads, so we'll have an expedited warm-up session here, and we'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes for more pregame stuff. We hope you stay tuned. Bexley fans cheering as the Lions emerge out of the tunnel. They're about to take the field. We'll be back in about 7 minutes for the kickoff between Grandview and Bexley. Stay tuned. It should be a good one. From Carlton Smith Field in Bexley, Ohio, it's OHSAA football. This matchup features the Grandview Bobcats and the Bexley Lions. Hi again, everybody. I'm Murphy Horning alongside John Sterniker. John, glad you're back for this broadcast here. We had a bunch of trouble getting our technical stuff figured out, but we got it figured out and we're ready to rock and roll. Cats entered this game with a record of 4-0. Coming off of a thrilling win versus Bishop Reedy, a score of 17-16. Bexley, they are 1-3. Cats trail this overall series. Bexley leads the series 3-2. But the Cats, they won last year's game 42-0. They've won 2 of the last 3 games versus the Lions. And on paper, John, this is one Grandview should have. But this is a rivalry game. This is the biggest game on Bexley's schedule, and they'll have their hands full tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, a key word that people like to use in these type of games is a trap game. What is a trap game? It's a game that you play a team that you think is less than you, and it's a weaker team that you play, and you are more involved looking ahead to the future games against teams that are a bit stronger. This is a Bexley team who is a trap team, who has a potential to knock off Grandview. They have the offense. Defensively, they're not too bad either. Grandview's got to be careful in a type of game like this.
And this is a situation where it could be a trap game because Grandview has Whitehall next week, who is 4-1. They had a huge win versus Academy last night. In 2 weeks, the Cats play currently undefeated London. Both of the latter 2 games are at Anderson Field, but this is quite a gauntlet for the Bobcats. You have the rivalry game tonight, you have Whitehall next week, and you have London in 2 weeks. So that's a heck of a stretch for the Bobcats. So the Lions are led by head coach Nathan Castorena. He is in his 2nd year, and Jason Peters, of course, is the head guy for the Bobcats, and he has been at the helm in Grandview since 2007.
He's done a phenomenal job at Grandview Heights, hasn't he,
Oh,
Murph?
he certainly has.
We talk about this at the end of every season, just how good of a job he did with his players. But this season, for some reason, this season seems a little bit more special than previous seasons. First time Cats went 4-0 since, I believe, that 2011 season.
2011,
yes.
Yep, the year they went undefeated
and
in the regular season.
It's something about, especially after that block field goal, last game that Hudson Jump had. It just seems like there's a little magic in the air for the Cats. Let's see if it continues tonight.
Like that game last week against Reedy, the way the Cats sealed it off, you can tell that this year is going to be something special. And now we'll step aside for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll be right back. All right, back here in Bexley after a very nice rendition of our national anthem by the Lions Band. Cats are in Division 6, Region 23. They rank first in that region according to JoeItel.com, and according to our stat man Calvin Horning, the Cats dropped from 4th to 5th in the state. But that's a high claim to fame for the Bobcats, and we hope that we can get a deep postseason run this year, like Grandview had in 2015. and maybe they could take the next step this year. It sure would be something special.
Absolutely, and if they're going to do that, they're going to need all their key players. Hudson Jump, obviously, and Luke Lachey are the two people that come to mind. Luke Lachey, he didn't have an explosive week last week. I think a little bit was because of Bishop Reedy reading him pretty well. But overall, and Hudson Jump, what can I say? He just went off, had a few touchdowns last week and did well for the Cats. So they're definitely going to have to get their guys involved in every single game if they want to come away with victories.
Lions, they are in the blue jerseys and the white pants. Cats in all white with the blue helmets. Lions will be kicking from right to left. Lions won the coin toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. Charlie James and Luke Lachey, the deep men, to return. Grant Halliday to kick off. Ted Schettinger, and he kicks it short, far side. This is going to go out of bounds. The flags will fly, and the Cats will get good field position as Schettinger was trying to go with the chip kick to the far side. It didn't work out. Kick didn't stay in bounds. And the Cats, good field position. This is field position. That's the key in these types of games, probably more so for Bexley since they are the underdog. But the Cats get the first break in that department, and that could be huge.
Yeah, and we saw it in that Reedy game, Murphy. Remember the first 3 drives for Reedy were all within their 20-yard line, and that really took away their offense in that first half. Grandview did a good job executing and punting, especially Morawski did a good job. And, that's going to be definitely a big factor for the Bobcats tonight.
Here we go. Kyle Casey lines up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motion speaks. A handoff up the middle past the 50, and Morawski is tackled at the 48-yard line. Grandview gets a first down, 12-yard gain. So Harrison Morawski gets the start at running back and not Hudson Jump, but he barreled his way up the middle. He got the first down.
And Bobcats in a little bit of a hurry formation. That's one of the changes that we've seen thus far early on is Bobcats, they're not, really slowing things down. They're speeding things up, and that's really been, with this quick offense, it's really been helping.
Cats have 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. 2 men in the backfield. Casey in the shotgun. Casey calls for the snap 3 times. A read option. He's going to be hit behind the line for about a 5-yard sack as great read by the Bexley defensive line. Cats tried the option jet. Casey had no room up the middle, and he was immediately hit behind the line.
Yeah, that was a really nice read by Bexley. They just went with the full blitz right there early on. They saw what Grandview did with the run up the middle the first time, and this time they let nothing get past them.
So 2nd down and 15 for the Bobcats at their own 47. Casey in the shotgun. Darion Davis at his left hip. Casey looking to throws far side, caught by Luke Lachey at the Bexley 49. He drags his way to the 40, about a yard short of the first down to bring up 3rd and short for the Bobcats. Good job by Grandview to get most of it back there.
What that also can do, Murphy, is build up some confidence of Kyle Casey. If you remember the second half of the game against Reedy, we saw him a little bit of a struggle from Casey there late, especially later on. But just some things that's just like simple short passes can really boost the confidence. And we saw it right there. Casey just went with a simple pass and
3rd down and 1.
9 yards out of it.
Casey in the pistol formation, jump behind him. Morawski the wing, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Casey calls for the snap, a handoff to Hudson Jump. He gets the first down, 35-30. He fumbles the ball. It's on the ground. There's a scrum for it. Let's see what they rule. The officials stop the clock. And Grandview fortunately jumped on the ball there, as that would have been a huge momentum changer after Hudson Jump got the first down. If Bexley recovered that would have been a huge turning point in this game.
Yeah, and that was Bexley, one of their captains. That was McFadden, one of the running backs came away with that poke away. It just so happened to fall right back into Hudson Jump's hands.
McFadden, he is a key player on this Lion team. Casey lines up in the shotgun, empty set, 2 receivers wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Motion Davis. The end around to Davis. He's in trouble back at the 35. He's hit at the 36 for a huge loss there. That's the 2nd big TFL for the Lions. Looks like Patrick Beck, one of the captains here, was in on that tackle for Bexley.
Seen a lot of blitzes early on, Murphy, from
For
this
sure.
Bexley team.
So that's a
They're sending
loss
5 or 6 guys after Casey every time.
Yeah, and it's working and stopping the run, too. That's a 10-yard loss for Grandview, and it's second down and about 20 for Grandview Heights. Let's see how Grandview lines up here. Casey in the shotgun. Morosky has left hip. Davis and Lachey wide to the left, and Casey takes a snap. He throws short to Davis. Davis 40, 35. He's hit, bumps off a tackle, and he's going to be swallowed up for a short gain, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Looks like they're going to call a fumble on that,
Oh,
actually.
he fumbled the ball. I didn't see that at the end there. And Bexley will have the ball. So that's the second fumble the Bobcats have had this drive. This time they lose it. And Cats, they just got to hold on to the ball. They did not do that in the first drive.
Or all season. I believe that was the first giveaway from the Cats this season. I mean, for the first 4 games, they've done a really good job protecting the football.
And in one drive, you fumbled the ball twice.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Lions, their own 39, 8:38 left in the first quarter. No score between Grandview and Bexley. Welsh in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball at the right hash. Welsh calls for the snap. He gives it left side, and he'll be tackled at the 41. So good containment by the Bobcats linebackers. I saw Hudson jump in on the tackle. Now it's McFadden, who had a big tackle in that first drive, who had the carry there.
And you see Bexley from opposite from Grandview. They're taking their sweet time with these carries.
Yeah, they're taking their sweet old time here, yep.
They know how Grandview loves to move quickly.
Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden at his left hip. They send a receiver in motion. They give it on the end around, and Harrison Morosky couldn't grab him down initially, but Bertani goes in there and makes the tackle at the 43 for about a 2-yard gain. He's out of bounds. The clock stops. That was Truss Antonio who had the carry there on the end around. He's being tended to on the sideline.
And what I noticed on that play, it was Alex Cernica who actually read the sideline run and was able to come away with the blockage. He didn't come up with the tackle, but he did a good job forcing the stoppage from a big gain coming down the sidelines.
Welsh in the shotgun, 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Welsh is looking to throw. He's pressured, he's trapped, and he's dragged down by the Bobcats shy of the 35-yard line. It's the sack for Grandview Heights on 3rd down. Hudson jump was in there, and the Lions go 3 and out.
Who else but Huddy?
Yeah, who else but Huddy? Hudson Jump is Grandview's leading tackler. He has 41 tackles on the year. Bexley to punt here. And it's a good snap. And it's a high punt. Luke Lachey fair catches it. He lets it roll, and it'll go down inside the 10. Lions fans, I think he touched it. But the Lions will trap this one down inside the 5-yard line at the 2. So terrific punt for the Lions.
And if you're Lachey and you fair catch that, if people were thinking you fumbled it, you got to go after that football. He was just standing there watching the Bexley players run after it. He caught a break, but that could have very easily just been easy 6 for
That's a 62-yard punt. And the Cats will be backed up at the north goal post. Fortunately, that's not where any of the students are, so it's not exactly hostile territory. In fact, that's where the Grandview band is situated. Let's see how the Cats line up. Casey in the shotgun. Morosky to his left. Jump to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Casey calls for the snap. He gives it to Hudson Jump. He runs left side to the 5, and he is tackled past the 5-yard line for a chunk gain on 1st down. No score here. Bobcats and Lions, 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Grandview is 4-0 for the first time since 2011. Bexley is 1-3. Bexley lost last week to Columbus Academy 38-6. They are in Division 4 and Region 15 in the OHSAA. Second down 6 for Grandview Heights. here at their own 6-yard line. Casey in the shotgun, 2 receivers, motion Cook, flag flies. And Cats waited too long. Cats, they're going really fast first drive, not so much there. And it costs Grandview.
It's going to be a delay game going against
So
Grandview.
the foul will push the Bobcats half the distance to the goal, push Grandview back to the 3.
I believe in the danger zone. They're just going to try to keep going with Hudson jump, trying to get away from
you don't
the safety zone.
You don't want to, because Bexley, they've been blitzing pretty much every play, and you don't want Casey in trouble in the end zone. He's in the shotgun here. Motion Cook. Looked like the same play call. And it's a hand. Casey keeps it. He's going to run and he's going to be hit short of the 5-yard line. So, I mean, that jet sweep kind of faked me out there.
Yeah. It looked like he was almost thinking about throwing it right there, Murphy.
Yeah.
You know what that is? That's trust in your quarterback. Last game we saw how Kyle Casey later on did, and to be pinned within the 1-yard line and
Casey
stick
had
with
a great
maybe go
game
for
throwing
a throw.
last week.
Yeah, and to go for a throw possibly is a lot of trust in your quarterback and sticking with him. And granted, you didn't get the completion, but you still got a 2-yard gain out of it. So
3rd down and 8 for Grandview Heights at their own 5-yard line. 5:20 and change left here in the first quarter. No score. Grandview and Bexley. Casey in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Motion speaks. Handoff to Hudson. Jump. He's hit, and he'll be tackled at the 8-yard line, and the Bobcats go 3 and out. So the Lions' defensive line is swarming towards the ball here. Hudson Jump has not had much room thus far, and Grandview will have to punt from their own end zone. Morosky is about 6 yards deep into his own end. Trey Cook to snap here. Cook is over the ball, and it's a low snap, but Morosky digs it out, and it's not a bad punt. Fair catch called at the 45-yard line by Brenner Carter. He makes the catch there, and that's where the Lions will start. So the Cats forced a 3 and out last time, and Bexley doesn't have as good a field position like they'd want here. Good punt by Morosky. About, score that, how many yards was that punt?
looks like it was about.
Give Morosky 37 yards on that punt. And it's 1st and 10 Lions, 4:33 left in the first quarter, no score. Welsh, the captain, is in the shotgun. McFadden at his left hip. They send a receiver in motion. They give it to the receiver, and he'll be tackled by Joey Bertani at the 42-yard line for a 3-yard gain. That was Brenner Carter, the receiver they sent in motion.
If you recall, Joey Bertani had that safety
Yeah.
last game. I believe it might have been his first points of his career. But nonetheless, he came up big time and helping the Cats come away. Without those 2 points, you never know what would have happened, but he did a good job.
Oh, no kidding. Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden at his right hip. 2 receivers to the right. And the give to McFadden left side. And he's tackled at the 41-yard line. Again, Joey Bertani in on the tackle. So 2 straight tackles for Jobert there. And the whistle blows. I think we may have. Not sure what this is about, but
It's like
they wind the clock again. Bexley still in the huddle. And they break the huddle. 3rd down and 6 at the Grandview 41. Welsh in the pistol formation. McFadden behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Welsh takes the snap. He's looking right. He starts up the middle. He's in trouble, and he's hit at the 41, and he's tackled for no gain by the Bobcats. Alfie Sterniker was there, and it's 4th down, and let's see what the Lions do here.
Yeah,
it looks like they will bring on the punt team.
so far, Murphy, we haven't seen any passes thrown from Bexley. This is a team that likes to melt the clock and keep it on the ground. And Grandview, they're going to have to adjust to that. Try to force some fumbles if they want to win this thing.
Schedinger to punt. It's a high snap. He kicks it down, and it's a high kick. It bounces at the 10. It takes a good Grandview bounce, and this will go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So that will only be a 19-yard punt for Ted Schedinger. And the Cats have to be happy with that field position. No score here. Bobcats and Lions. 2:39 left here in the first quarter. Grandview is 4-0. The Bexley Lions are 1-3. Lions lost at Academy last week. Cats beat Bishop Reedy. And here we go. Kyle Casey lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Morosky at his left hip. Casey calls for the snap twice. The handoff to Harrison. To the outside, 25, he slips, goes down to 27, give him 5 on first down. Those are the types of plays you want in that type of situation.
And offensively, Grandview looks like they're going with a mix of Morosky and Hudson Jump, where on one hand you have a guy that likes to power his way through and the other one that likes to be a speed back.
Yeah.
Different, very interesting combo that they're using here early on. And it looks like they're almost trying to throw off Bexley with their running game, and so far Bexley's done a good job.
Cats will line up 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side, and Casey hands it off, and a tackle is made at the 25-yard line for a 2-yard loss. That time it was Morowski. Good run blitz by the Lions defense, and Bexley they've ran a lot of run blitzes, and they should keep doing it because it's working.
Yeah, I saw 6 Lions in on that tackle. Unreal.
1:40 and counting left here in the first quarter. No score between Grandview and Bexley. 3rd down and 6 for the Bobcats at their own 26-yard line. Cats have ran out of the shotgun almost every play, and they are doing that here. 2 receivers each direction. Casey takes the snap. He's back to throw. He looks far side. It's caught by Luke Lachey at the 25. He's at the 30, pushing his way for the marker. And the officials stop the clock. It's going to be close. It'll depend on the spot.
Kyle Casey got up limping a little bit. It was pretty slow. He's still on the field, but, man, he took a shot right there. It was a throwdown. Couldn't tell who it was, but he hit the deck pretty hard. He is up.
Yeah, he is up. That's okay. He's walking towards.
Looks like they're saying.
No, he's just going to get the play call. He's good. But Luke Lachey did get the first down. Morosky checks out of the game. The Cats will line up Charlie James and Glenn Cribbs wide to the right. 2 receivers far side. Jump in the backfield with Casey, who's in the shotgun. Casey takes a snap. A handoff to Hudson Jump. Stumbles his way to the 35. Give him 3 on first down.
It's early on, but Hudson Jump still yet to find that open hole given to him. Bexley, he's been having to fight and earn his yards thus far, and Bexley, you got to credit them defensively.
They're
been just
doing a great job closing the gaps up the middle. It's
a lot of leg tackles.
It's been a tremendous performance by the Lions defensive line this first quarter, which has 25 seconds left. 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats at their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. The far side man is Luke Lachey, and Casey took the snap. Looked like he was going to throw in Lachey's direction, but before that, a flag flies, and it'll be a false start on Grandview Heights. It'll push him back to the 30. And that foul comes with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Once again, Cats and Lions knotted at 0. Cats just break the huddle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cats will just let it run out. And a very defensive first half. Grandview nothing, Bexley nothing. Stay tuned for the start of the second quarter. No score between Grandview and Bexley, and according to our stat man Calvin Horning, the stats reflect that. Both teams have combined for 16 carries and only 21 yards. So that's 1 yard a carry for both teams combined. Second down and 12 for the Bobcats. Casey in the shotgun, motion Cook. Casey takes a snap. He's looking to throw, looking right. He throws down the field, and the pass was intended for Sam Speaks. It's broken up the last minute. Incomplete. Third down.
That was a good look by Kyle Casey, too. He had the receiver. It just so happened that Bexley was able to strip it out of Speaks' hand before he was able to make the grab. Even there, it was you're not looking for any bombs necessarily. You're just trying to get Kyle back in the groove of things. And those are the type of passes you're going to want to do early on.
Third down and 12 for the Bobcats. Casey runs into the huddle. 11:52 left in the second frame. And here we go. The Bobcats line up 2 wideouts to the right, Lachey and Speaks. And you have 2 wide near side, jump in the backfield. Casey takes the snap. He's back to throw, looking right, throws short. It's incomplete. It was short of Luke Lachey. It wouldn't have been anywhere near enough the yardage for a first down. And the Cats go 3 and out.
Yeah, Kyle Casey in a world of trouble. He could have just thrown that away because he had no one to go to. Found Lachey over by the chains and just not even able to make the completion.
Morosky standing at the 17. He's ready to punt. Lions return man is at the 35. Morosky takes a snap. It's a driving punt. Fair catch is called, and Brenner Carter had to go to his knees to come up with that one, but he does gobble it up, and the Lions will start at their own 32-yard line here.
And once again, the later that this goes on, you got to think this is going to be a win for Bexley. This is a team that, like we were saying, doesn't score a ton of points, but defensively they can get the job done.
And this has a rivalry feel to it.
It does.
Yeah.
Early on.
Lions defense, they're blitzing. They have high energy, revved up, having sat in the locker room for an hour. 11:40 left here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 32-yard line. Welsh, the quarterback in the pistol formation. He takes a snap, a handoff up the middle, and he's not going to get much as the tackle is made at the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards. It'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Again, Bexley still yet to throw any passes thus far. It's just been all runs from the Lions. Again, sticking with the ground and pound. And it looks like their goal is just to try to get as many inches as they can with the running game.
Welsh in the shotgun, McFadden at his right hip. And he throws right. It's caught by Carter. Carter is upended by Trey Cook. He tried, it almost looked like he was trying to pile drive him there. But nice tackle. And it makes it 3rd and 8. And that delights the Bobcat faithful. And there is a solid Grandview contingent here in Bexley like there always is.
Where's Brock Lesnar, Murphy? That was a suplex right there.
That was like WWE.
Took him and threw him right behind him on the ground.
3rd down and 8 for the Lions at their own 34. Welsh in the pistol formation. 2 receivers far side to the left. Now they have 3 side as Antonio goes left. And Welsh pumps left, throws right. It's caught, 35-40, 1st down, 45, and he's tackled at midfield. Brenner Carter with the catch. Lions had 3 wideouts to the left, and everybody was looking that way, thinking that that's where he was going to go, but he tried the switcheroo, and he did the dump-off pass to Brenner Carter, and he gets a 19-yard gain into Grandview territory at the 49.
But surely we're starting to see a lot more passes thrown from Bexley this drive.
Well, the run game hasn't worked for either team thus far. Welsh in the pistol, 2 receivers left and right. Truss Antonio at his left hip. And Welsh starts up the middle. He's tackled at the 49-yard line. So a quarterback draw there. Cats had that play well discovered. Hudson jump. Who else with the tackle? Ten minutes left here in the second quarter. We are scoreless. Welsh looking over to the sideline for the play call. There are 3 wideouts, 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. And Welsh looked like he was going to move under center there, but he moves back to the shotgun. Lions still waiting to get the play call in. And Trust Antonio moves to his right hip. Welsh back to throw. He throws right. It's caught at the 47. Luke Lachey wraps him up, makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. So a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 3rd down.
Again, that was Welsh right there with another throw, Murph. Seen a lot more passes thrown from Welsh here. And you got to believe his confidence has to be building up.
3rd down and 7 for the Lions at the Grandview 46. Welsh in the pistol, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Antonio at his left hip. Welsh takes a snap. He's looking left. He pumps. He's being pressured. He fires over the middle into coverage, and the pass is incomplete. To bring up 4th down, no flags.
Yeah, Welsh wanted a flag, but that was 10 yards past the receiver.
Yeah, that was
no
not
way that
catchable.
Was catchable. That was excellent coverage right there. I believe that was Lachey on the coverage, and
I think that was Speaks in there.
Excuse me. Yes, he did a good job making sure his man didn't get past him. Good job bodying him up.
And they go with a fake here. A flag flies, a run to the 45, 40, and he's out of bounds where he would have the 1st down, but we'll check the flag here. That was Isaiah McFadden who had the carry. He ran it far side, and he does have the 1st down yardage, but a flag flew almost immediately after the ball was snapped, so let's see what it is.
Official's coming over to
Official going over to talk to Nathan Castorena. It's a flag on Bexley, and much excitement for nothing there. The foul pushes the Lions back 5 yards to make it 4th down and 13 here.
And you got to believe they're definitely going to punt here now, Murphy.
Schedinger to punt. He's standing at his 35. It's a high snap. He gathers it. And it's a high punt. It bounces. Luke Lachey fields it at the 10-yard line. A flag flies, and he is tackled from behind at the 20. And we'll check the flag once again.
Looks like it's going to go against Grandview here.
And the flag goes against the Bobcats. Oh, they call a face mask on Grandview Heights, so that'll push the Bobcats even further back than what we initially believed.
Yeah, I saw a Bobcat when Lachey was cutting around the corner. I did see a Bobcat get his hands up in the face, trying to help him out, give him those extra yards, but it's going to come back to haunt the Cats here.
So the Cats once again are pinned deep back inside their own zone. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 10-yard line. The ball is on the left hash. Kyle Casey out of the shotgun, or the pistol rather. Casey calls for the snap 3 times, and a play action. He throws right. It's caught by Darion Davis. Davis to the 15. 1st down 20, 25-30. Breaks a tackle 35-40, 45-50 into Lions territory, 45. He pushes away, and they rule him out of bounds. Let's see where they rule him out of bounds. But that's a huge catch and run for Darion Davis.
Man, did you see that block by Charlie James, to open up the gap? He put his full force in and knocked the guy down, and Darion just had the open lane to take it all the way down.
He is ruled out of bounds. Darion Davis is ruled out of bounds at the Lions 38. Give him 52 yards on the play. So the biggest play of the game for either team. And it has the Bobcats 1st and 10 at the Lions 38. 8.5 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. Casey in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Luke Lachey, the lone man wide to the right. Casey in the pistol, Morawski in the backfield. And a handoff to Morawski. He's in trouble behind the line, and he's hit at the 41 for a 3-yard loss.
Again, even after that big pass, we see the running game still not clicking for the Cats. Again, it's that blitz defense. It can either hurt or help you, Murph. It's really what it comes down to. We saw on that screenplay, it really bit the Lions.
Yeah. When the blitz works, it's a beautiful thing, but when it doesn't, the defense gets burned. But for the Lions, it's been quite a beautiful thing. Hudson jump now in the backfield. 2 receivers wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Casey in the shotgun, jump at his left hip. Motion speaks. Casey is back to throw. He lofts it near side, looking for Luke Lachey. He can't come up with it. The pass is incomplete. Ray to run with the coverage for the Lions. And that makes it 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, and that was just simply Lachey wasn't in position to make the grab. He was.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was a little slanted and his body was a little off while he went up
In
the air for
That looked
it.
like it was kind of a duck
Yeah.
from Kyle Casey there. It was
maybe a
it
little
was
bit
kind
too
of just
slow.
wobbling.
Yeah, a little bit too slow to
in
the
the air
receiver
there.
there.
But it'll be interesting to see if the Cats try to run it here or they go for the downs on 3rd and 13. The Cats line up 2 receivers each direction. Jump at his left hip. Casey is back to throw. Flag flies once again. False start on Grandview. Man, oh man. And that's Grandview's 4th penalty. Is that offensive or total? Okay. So that's Grandview's 4th penalty. Bexley only has 1. Or make that 2. So the Cats have been the less disciplined team thus far. 3rd down and 18 for the Bobcats at the Lions' 46-yard line. Casey in the shotgun, 2 receivers left and right.
And Darion again's down here on
And
our side of the
Casey's
field.
back to throw. He's flushed. He throws on the screen to Hudson. Jump, 40, 35, 30. He has the 1st down, and he is down at the 27-yard line. Huge gain for Hudson. Jump and move the chains.
That was a Ray Rice play right there,
Yeah.
as they like to call it. Going with a simple, tiny pass on 3rd and long and let the receiver find a way to get the 1st down.
That's a screen pass they used to see thrown to Roach Jump all the time where Casey takes a 7-step drop and it just floated over the middle and you let the running back do his magic, and that's exactly what happened there. 4 receivers,
Great
3 to the
blocking
left,
also.
1 to the right for the Bobcats. Jump in the backfield and a handoff to Huddy. Huddy is met at the 27, creeps forward to the 26, minimal gain on 1st down. So the pass game is how the Bobcats have moved the ball.
You don't think Bexley didn't study up their tape? They saw what Reedy did to our passing game last week. They're forcing Kyle to make a lot more throws by shutting down the running game, and he's delivered so far. He's been doing a good job moving the ball early on.
Cats line up 3 receivers near side to the left, 1 far side to the right. Casey in the pistol, jump in the backfield. Casey calls for the snap 3 times. Play action, throws right. It's high. It's over Luke Lachey's head. He deflected it. It lands incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
We've seen that with Speaks before, too, where they just throw a little too high to Lachey on some of those passes, almost underestimating how tall he really is.
Yep.
And right there, it just was a little too high
He's not
for Lachey.
that tall.
Yeah. Oh, no, not that tall.
6:28 left in the 2nd quarter. No score. Bobcats and Lions. Hudson Jump checks out of the game. Cats have the ball at the Lions' 26. You have Harrison Morosky in the backfield. 2 receivers each direction. Casey in the shotgun. Ball on the right hash. Motion Charlie James, and he gives it to Charlie James. James to 25, James to 20, James to 10, James to the 5. Touchdown, Grandview Heights.
Simple sweep right down the down the line, Murph. And
That's
Charlie James is able to speed his way to the end zone before being caught.
That's just what the doctor ordered. And with 6:19 left in the 2nd frame, the Bobcats strike first. 26-yard carry for Charlie James, and the Bobcats lead 6-0. Jaworski to attempt the extra point. Speaks to hold. The snap, it's a low snap. Jaworski digs it out. She drills it through, and its kick is good, and it's 7-0 Bobcats. We'll be back. 6:19 left in the 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 6:19 remaining in the second quarter. Charlie James, 26-yard rushing touchdown, a sweep to the outside, gives the Bobcats a 7-0 lead. Cody Cook to kick off for the Bobcats. Lions have 2 men deep. Cats kicking from left to right here. Cook puts his hand up in the air. He's into the ball. He lines it up the middle. It's caught at the 10-yard line. He's to the 15. He's to the 20. He slips a tackle. He bounces off another tackle, but he'll be met at the 25-yard line, and that's as far as he'll get. 15-yard return. And I believe we have
It's like a penalty flag.
penalty.
Coming field.
A flag flew there. Let's see what this is.
Talking to Coach Peters about something.
Yeah, Peters looks kind of incensed there. Oh, it goes against the Lions.
Looks like they might want to ask him if he wanted to accept or decline.
I don't know why you declined that.
Why even ask, you know?
Yep.
But we'll see how Bexley responds. Remember, Murphy, Cats have yet to have a team answer when they take the lead. No team has been able to either take the lead against them or tie them yet this
At least
season.
no immediate responses.
Yeah.
Of course, Reedy had the great third quarter against Grandview last week.
It's a Bexley team, like we said, sometimes just offensively, it's tough for them to get things going.
So from the spot, it'll push the Lions back to their own 12, and they'll have 1st and 10 from that yard line. Ball is on the left hash. They put Welsh in the shotgun. And he takes a snap, and he keeps it up the middle, and he gets to the 16-yard line. He fumbled the ball. Cats say they have it. And they roll Grandview ball.
Man. Was that Charlie on the forced fumble there?
Yeah, I couldn't
Might
tell
have
from this
been.
point. This is about.
We know he can intercept passes, but getting a lot of high fives over there on sideline.
The
It might
play
have
was
been
way
Charlie
to
James
our
with the
left.
forced
It's a-
fumble, yeah.
It was a little bit hard to tell,
It was
but
a late call, too.
any way you slice it, it's 1st and 10 for the Bobcats of the Lions 18. Cats looking to expand their lead to 2 scores. Casey in the shotgun jump at his left hip. And Casey throws a slant right. It's caught at the 8-yard line. And Hammer Collar gets down to the 6, a 1st down for Grandview Heights.
And again, they're forcing Kyle to pass, and he's delivering with those passes. A nice slant route right there, and Hamrick was able to just beat his man to the ball.
And a timeout will be called by the Lions. And we'll take a timeout as well. 5:58 left in the second quarter. Grandview leads 7-0. Stay tuned. .558, the time remaining in the second quarter. 1st and goal for the Bobcats at the Bexley 6. Casey in the shotgun. Handoff right to Morowski. Flag flies. He gets into the end zone, but let's check the flag. Oh, never mind. It's a sideline
against
warning against
Bexley.
Bexley, and the touchdown's going to stand. Harrison Morowski, 6 yards. That's the Cats'
And it looked like he could have gone some more of the game. He looks like he could have gone 100 right there with the open gap he had.
I mean, he could have ran all the way to Lake Erie with the space he had there. Jaworski on to attempt the extra point. Snap is low. The kick is up, and it is good. Hallie Jaworski nails the extra point, and the tables have turned real quickly. It's 14-0 Bobcats, 5:54 left in the second quarter. Stay tuned. Back here at Carlton Smith Field, Cats lead 14-0. That's 14 points in 25 seconds for Grandview Heights, according to our stat man.
Stat boy Murph. We're always
boy
happy to have him up here
Lil
with
Murph,
us.
Calvin Horning, and Cook a kick near side. This is going to go out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and the Lions will have decent field position.
Now it's the second out of bounds kick that we've seen so far.
Yeah, so the kickoff game for for both the Bobcats and the Lions hasn't been particularly strong thus far. Of course, for the Lions, the opening kickoff went out of bounds. Of course, after they deferred the coin toss, and they'll receive in the second half, but we still have a while to go in the first half here. 5:54 left in the second quarter. Grandview leads 14-0. Lions will have the ball at their own 35 here. Lions still in the huddle. And they finally break out of their huddle there. Welsh lines up in the shotgun. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. And he takes a snap. He's looking far side. He's back to throw. He holds on to the ball. He pumps, and he escapes pressure. He's back at his own 20. He's looking right. He throws right, and it's caught at the Grandview 49. But was he in bounds?
It looked like he had both. Yeah, I was going to say, thank you.
And it's ruled incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he almost brought in, but we could see, had a great view, Murphy, that had both toes on the line when he caught it. Great effort, though.
Tremendous effort by Anthony Welsh there, but Cats dodge a huge bullet there. They thought they should have had Welsh sacked back at the 20.
And we can see the defensive coordinator shaking his head, knowing that the Cats got away with one here.
You can see Mike Lanza, our defensive coach. He's thinking, oy. Welsh in the shotgun. Motion by Ethan Fosnaugh. And whistle blows. Bexley was trying to switch up the formation. They couldn't get lined up the way they wanted to. And as a result, they'll call a timeout. That's their first timeout of the half. 5:41 left here in the second quarter. John, what are your takes so far?
So early on, we saw Bexley kind of just stick with the ground and pound in the blitz, and that was working early on against the Bobcats. But since then, Murphy, we've seen Cats find other ways to get the job done. You know, they went with Casey. They're going a lot with the throwing game now. It's a lot of those slants and screens that we're seeing from the Bobcats that's really helping them move down the field. And then on defensive end, you know, they're doing what they do best, you know, force turnovers and make some big-time stops.
And it's the 52-yard catch and run by Darion Davis that really got the ball rolling for the Bobcats. And subsequently, Charlie James had the 26-yard rushing touchdown by way of the sweep. And Cats had 14 points in 25 seconds. But Bexley, you're saying, they really punched the Bobcats in the mouth in the first quarter. But Cats have all the momentum in the world at this point. 14-0, Grandview Heights, 5:41 left in the second quarter. Second down and 10 for the Lions at their own 35. Welsh in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Welsh takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's looking short right. The throw was caught. Nope, the throw's low. It's incomplete. He was looking for Zach Ford Wells, number 4. The throw hit him at his feet, and it's third down.
Again, that was another pass that should have been caught. Cats are getting lucky here. If you're the Bexley receiver, you've got to be shaking your head at every drop that you have because, you know, you don't only get so many chances when you're down, especially down 14-0. You got to bring in these grabs.
Third down and 10 for the Lions, their own 35. McFadden at at Welsh's left hip. Welsh is looking to throw. He starts right side. He's going to run. He's at the 40. He has the first down 45, and he goes out of bounds near side at the 49. So the Cats blitz couldn't hit home. And Anthony Welsh, I don't think that's how he drew it up, but
no.
But
He's
doesn't matter because it gets him a first down. That's a 14-yard run.
And that was a big-time first down. Bexley really needed that here, Murphy. The last thing you want to do is punt the ball back to the Cats and possibly go down 3 scores against this type of offense. You got to do your best to minimize Grandview's chances, and Welsh did that right there.
Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden has left hip, 1 receiver each direction. Welsh calls for the snap twice. Play action. He's looking middle. He's under pressure, and he's dragged down by Harrison Morowski and Hudson Jump. Jump came up with the football. Flag flies. This will probably be on sportsmanlike conduct. Let's see.
Yeah, Welsh grabbed Hudson's leg as the play was ending for some reason. It looked like Hudson Jump wanted to keep the play going.
Sideline warning. Okay, personal foul on Grandview Heights. Peters does not like the call there. He's arguing with the referee. Grandview fans booing the call. And Sean Hinkle and Mike Lonza, you can tell in the press box, are very incensed by what they just saw there.
Well, what just happened there is looked like Welsh went down and, you know, I'll call him Rhodes. Hudson Jump almost was fighting for the ball, you know, thinking the play was still going on.
They've had too many unsportsmanlike penalties this year. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Welsh actually lines up under center, and a handoff right side. He slips a tackle, 35. He's down inside the 35, near the 33. Let's see where they spot it. So decent gain for the Lions on first down. Give them 5 yards.
Yeah, this is
4:43 left here in the second quarter.
This is very un-Bobcat-like with the penalties going on. We haven't seen a ton this season, Murphy, from the Cats. They've been pretty disciplined. It's just things have not been going their way tonight.
Wing formation for the Lions. A handoff right side. He slips a tackle 30. Out of bounds near side. Looks like the Lions have the first down. And so they do. Timeout will be called by Grandview Heights. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 4:25 left in the second quarter. Cats lead 14-0. We'll be back. First down and 10 for the Lions at the Grandview 29-yard line. I formation for Bexley. Welsh under center. Cats showing blitz. Flag flies. And I believe Grandview jumped. Yep. Encroachment on the Bobcats.
And again, another penalty going against the Bobcats here, Murphy. Let's not forget, this is the first half, too, and we've been seeing a ton.
Ay, ay, ay. First down and five for the Lions at the Grandview 24. 14-0 Bobcats. This is a huge opportunity for Bexley. Welsh, he gives it to the lead back. I believe that's McFadden, and he's tackled for a very short gain. McFadden, in fact, he didn't have any gain there. No gain. Second down 5 for the Lions at the Grandview 24. Welsh leading the huddle. 3:55 left here in the second quarter. Cats lead by 2 touchdowns. Grandview 4-0, Bexley 1-3. Lions in the I formation. Cats stacking the box. And again, a whistle blows. Timeout, Bexley. So the Lions are going with that wing look after pretty much being in the shotgun the whole game. And what do you think of the look that the Lions have gave there?
Well, it's very interesting because what we've been seeing is Bobcats stopping the running game. Actually, they've been doing a good job against Bexley. It seems almost as if the passing game's worked more efficient. But, you know, you see the line for this Grandview team. You got Cook, you got Bertani, you got these guys just pushing the pile every single time. It's just too hard for these smaller offensive lines for Bexley. And then you have Sternicker coming in and James coming in to help out. It's just the running game is a lot to overcome against Grandview.
And you mentioned the running game. Lions are only averaging 1.9 yards per carry, 14 carries for 27 yards. Cats defense, run defense has been very stout, and they need to be stout here.
And don't be surprised if we don't see almost a PA rollout type of play, Murphy, where the quarterback goes in for the handoff and decides to throw it.
Play action bootleg left. They put Welsh under center, I formation for Bexley. And he fumbles the snap. He picks it up at the 24. He's down there. It's third down.
Good heads up by Welsh right
there.
Yeah,
just a dive on the ball.
Mistake, yeah, just a dive on it.
Averting potential disaster. That would have been their second lost fumble, but Welsh did dive on it. Both teams have lost a fumble thus far, and those account for both turnovers in this game. 3:13 left in the second quarter. Grandview leads 14-0. And the Lions once again line up in, looks like the Maryland eye, the triple Maryland eye here. Whistle blows. Man, have we seen a single snap without a single team getting a flag or calling a timeout? But they run the clock again here. Triple I for the Lions. Welsh under center. He gives it to the furthest man back, and he makes his way past the 20. Did he get the first down? That was Antonio Truss with the carry. And he did get, and they do give him the first down there. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Grandview 19. Whistle blows. Timeout, Grandview Heights. Cats called their second timeout of the half, and we'll call a timeout as well. 2:48 left in the first half. Cats lead 14-0. Stay tuned. First down and 10 for the Lions at the Grandview 19. They trail by 2 touchdowns, 2:48 left here in the second quarter. Welsh under center. He gives it to the lead back. He gets to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Bexley. Isaiah McFadden, 19 yards. And the Lions get on the board. They cut the lead in half. It's 14-6.
Yep. Cats were expecting that play action, and they decided to just stick with the handoff, cut all the Cats off guard. They were asleep, and an easy, nice run to the end zone for Bexley.
And McFadden, he could have ran all the way to my dorm at Capitol. He had so much
Kind of like Morawski's touchdown.
Lions to attempt the extra point. And the snap is on the ground. The kick is blocked. So that's the second straight game the Cats have had a blocked extra point.
Last 2 touchdowns.
And that could play huge. That could be huge later on. Instead of it being a 7-point game, the Lions, if they do score a touchdown, they'll have to attempt a 2-point conversion. So remember that play.
And this time it was just on the Bexley snap team, just not getting the snap off, and Grandview was just right there for the taking. But again, Murphy, it's just the Cats got caught off guard right there. You got to be alert for every single type of play, no matter what you think it's going to be. They could run the opposite, and Bexley just did that. We saw Welsh roll off to the left side there for a bit when he gave off the handoff, and they just didn't see it coming.
Ted Schedinger to kick off here for the Lions. And we see a bunch of people wondering who the unsportsmanlike penalty call was on. We really have no way of knowing because they don't announce numbers and we don't have any spotters. So
kind of just judged by the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean you really can't tell.
You don't want to point fingers at anyone, Murphy.
Nope.
I mean, I can point fingers at Alfie, but or Ben.
Schedinger to kick off. He's looking like he's going to kick it right, and he does. And it'll stay in bounds. Cook picks it up at the 20. He's in trouble. He gets to the 25, stays on his feet, 30, and he is driven to the ground there. That was Tommy Lee with the tackle.
Good heads-up play by Trey Cook, watching the ball still stay in bounds. You know, a lot of those returners will just see try to let the ball go out of bounds, but Trey Cook was able to field it before anything bad happened for the Cats.
Ball is spotted at the 28-yard line. Cats line up 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 near side to the left. The near side man is Luke Lachey. Casey takes a snap. He's rolling right, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He slips an attempted tackle. He's going to run, and he'll go down at the 29-yard line. He didn't find any men open.
Good job by Casey. Shot off a few tacklers right there, actually. It seemed like he was going to get a big-time sack, was able to fend off some guys and make his way back to the line of scrimmage on the right side of the field.
Second down and 9. A handoff left. There's Morawski. Morawski, 35. Continues to push his way. He gets up to the 37 to make it 3rd down and short. Third and short for the Bobcats. Casey in the pistol, Morawski in the backfield. A play action. Casey rolling right. He pumps, and he is sacked at the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
so the Bobcats will try and run as much time off the clock, you would assume, as they can. As I see Kyle Casey, he's back out on the field. Cats looked like they were messed up there, and they'll call a timeout. Oh, okay, never mind. It's an injury timeout for the Lions. 1:17 left in the second quarter. We'll be back 14-6, Grandview leads. Okay. Sorry. 4th down and 5 for the Bobcats. They're going for it. Casey in the shotgun. They send Charlie James in motion. Casey calls for the snap twice. He's still waiting, calls for it again. Cats are just going with the hard count. Smart move, but they couldn't draw the lines offside, but may as well give it a try. Yeah, 101 left here in the second quarter. Cats lead 14-6.
And you got to believe they're going to punt the ball away here.
Yep.
And it's interesting to see Cats, they're still sticking with that run, and Bexley, they're still not giving in for some reason.
Cats have.
At what point did you start to just keep throwing the football?
Cats have
play
16 carries for 59 yards on the ground, and Kyle Casey has 106 yards in the air. So the pass game is what has done the damage for the Bobcats. Morosky to punt here. 101 left here in the second quarter. And it's a good snap. Morosky gets the punt away.
What
and
a
this
punt.
is a driving punt. It's caught at the 25. He breaks a tackle 30, 35, and he'll tail his way out of bounds near the 37. And that's where the lines will start here. They have 50 seconds to go the length of the field here. They only have one timeout.
And what have the Lions been doing a lot, Murphy? They've been lined up in the I formation. Here, with only 50 seconds to go.
Here you wouldn't think that's what they do.
You got to throw the football. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do if they just want to keep running the ball and be, grateful with the 14-6 deficit, or if they want to try to air some out and try to get something going.
1st and 10 for the Lions, their own 38. 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Cats lead by 8 points. And they put Welsh under center here, I formation. And it's a handoff right. Here he is to the 40, 45, first down, 50, and he's hit out of bounds, right sideline. The clock stops with 43 seconds left. That's huge.
And that's the last thing you want to do, Murphy, is give up a big-time run. Stops the clock and makes them move down the field.
Antonio Truss had the carry there.
You're on the defense end of the Bobcats. You got to guard that sideline. You can't be giving them opportunities like that.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Grandview 46. 43 seconds left here in the first half. Cats lead by 8 points. Lions in the I formation. Welsh under center. Welsh calls for the snap. He gives it to the fullback. He's hit at the 45-yard line. Down he goes. Cody Cook was in on the tackle, and I see Isaiah McFadden. He was slow to get up there. Clock runs 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25.
And they're in no hurry. Interesting.
Lions they really are in no hurry. 20, 19, 18. They put Welsh under center. Triple I for the Lions. Cats stacking the deck. And the pitch, 40. Tackles made at the 42-yard line. 6, 5, 4,
wow, they're
3,
just gonna let the clock run
2, 1. Lions will just let the clock run out. And that's the end of the first half. Cats lead 14-6. John, what do you got to say?
Well, early on it was all Bexley defensively. Cats couldn't find answer. And then, like you said, Murphy, after that screen pass to Darion, they really started to get things going. As you said, Kyle Casey threw over 100 yards that first half, and he's really starting – you could see improvement and confidence in him a lot more this game compared to the game against Reedy. And then on the other end defensively, Bexley, they did what they need to do, get back into this football game. Let's see if the Cats can put this one away in the defensive end and make some adjustments.
And now over to Calvin Horning, our stats guy. Cal, are you ready?
All right, after a very defensive first half for both teams, the leading rusher for the Cats is Harrison Morosky with 5 rushes for 28 yards and a touchdown run. Kyle Casey has been a very effective passer so far. He's 6 of 10 for 106 yards with no interceptions and no touchdowns so far. Leading receiver is Darion Davis with 2 catches for 54 yards. Bexley has only had 90 total yards in the first half. They've thrown 20 yards passing and 70 yards rushing on 20 carries. Cats totaled 59 rushing yards on 16 carries and 165 total yards. That's all your stats for the first half, and I hand it back to Murphy.
All right, we'll leave it at that. 14-6, Grandview leads. This is the end of the first half. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the second half. It's a good one between Grandview and Bexley. Stay tuned. The score 14-6, Grandview over Bexley. We'll be back. Less than a minute away from the start of the second half here at Carlton Smith Field here in Bexley, Ohio. Bexley deferred the coin toss before the game started, and they will receive here in the second half. No scoring in the first quarter, and then the Cats scored 2 touchdowns. Bexley scored a touchdown, and the PAT was blocked. It's the second straight game that the Cats have had a blocked PAT, and in a defensive game, it would appear so far, that blocked PAT could loom large.
Absolutely, Murphy. And the way that the Cats defensively have been stopping Bexley for the most part, Bexley's only going to get so many chances to find ways to score. You got to capitalize on those extra points. They're very crucial. But let's see if they can get something going as they're about to receive here the opening kickoff of the second half.
Bobcats will be kicking from right to left on your screen. Lions will be moving the ball from left to right. Cody Cook to kick off. He runs up and he fans on the kick. It rolls to the 32. It skips towards the far sideline, and it's covered up by the Lions at that position.
If you recall last game, the third quarter is really where the Bobcats were suffering.
Yep.
That's when Reedy started to change momentum of the game. God forbid you can't have the same thing happen here tonight against this Bexley team. See what adjustments they make coming out of this locker room compared to last time out.
First down and 10 for the Lions at their own 30-yard line. Once again, the Lions line up in the I formation like they did most of the second quarter. Flag flies. It's a pitch to the outside, a run up the middle, and the tackle is made by Trey Cook at the 32-yard line. Now let's see what the flag is.
Looks
It
like it's
appears
gonna go
the flag will
Bexley.
push the Lions back. Oh, it's a pre-snap penalty, and you cannot decline a false start since it's a pre-snap penalty. And it's first down and 15 for the Lions at their own 25. The ball is on the far hash of the field. 7 seconds in to the second half here. Cats lead 14-6. Welsh is under center, I formation for the Lions, no wideouts, and a handoff to the fullback, and he is clobbered at the 20-yard line. Great tackle by Grandview Heights. Hudson Jump and Joey Bertani were in on the tackle.
That was just a throwdown right there on the defensive end from Grandview. They just, all three men on that defensive line just got to the running back so quickly, just nowhere to go.
So it's a loss of 3, or more like a loss of 2. Second down and 17. But for the Lions at their own 22-yard line. Welsh in the shotgun. He calls for the snap twice. He gets a snap. He's looking to throw. He looked right. Now he looked middle. Now he looks middle again. He's directing traffic. He's being chased towards the near sideline, and he's sacked by Hudson Jump at the 17. But a flag flies. Let's see what it is.
Sorry, the second flag we've seen, and we're just 1 minute into this second half. We've seen a lot of them tonight already, Murph.
A lot of penalties. It's a rivalry game. It's chippier than normal. And the officials are still deliberating. Personal foul against Bexley. Cats will decline the penalty after the sack. And it's now 3rd and 17. Actually, longer than that. It'll be 3rd down and 22 for the Lions. Third and 22 for the Lions at their own 18-yard line. Welsh in the shotgun. You have McFadden at his right hip. He takes the snap. He keeps it up the middle. He gets past the 20, but he doesn't get much else. And he's going to be tackled miles short of the first down, and Bexley goes 3 and out.
Yeah, and Bexley just playing it safe right there with a run up the middle, not trying to force anything, go for deep passes and all. They're just going to punt their way out and let their defense try to make a play here.
4th down and 18. Schettinger to punt. It's a low snap. Schettinger digs it out, and it's a wobbling punt, middle of the field. It bounces at the 50. Luke Lachey waiting, rolls to the 40, down at the 35. A flag flies. I see 2 flags in there. Let's see what this is. So many flags tonight. I see the Lions congratulating themselves here, and we'll see the
Looks
flag.
Might be going against the Cats. Yeah, it's going to be a holding against Grandview.
It's going to be a hold against Grandview. I mean, that's you just can't have those penalties. I mean, Luke Lachey's going to let the ball roll and you hold him, man. I mean, why are you doing that?
Yeah. Not sure who the call was on there, because from what I could see.
Again, we can't tell. Sorry.
Yeah. From what I could see, I didn't
don't have any
see
spotters.
holding.
1st and 10, Grandview at their own 23. Both jumping, Morosky in the backfield. Motion Cook. Casey in the shotgun. He gets the snap. The give to Harrison. Harrison up to the 25. Backs forward to the 26. And that's all he gets.
Again, we're seeing the running game, just nothing going offensively.
Yeah, nothing
for
going.
Grandview.
Cats have 17 carries for 60 yards. That's just over 3 yards a carry. So Cats aren't really moving the ball on the ground tonight.
Gotta give credit to the way this Bexley team just gets up so defensively
Second down and
so
8
quickly.
for the Lions at their, or for Grandview at their own 25-yard line. Casey in the shotgun. Jump at his right hip. Morosky has left hip. Casey's back to throw. He's looking right. He throws into one-on-one coverage, looking for Luke Lachey. It is almost intercepted, but not intercepted. The pass is incomplete.
Yeah, they were going deep right there to Luke Lachey on the right-hand side, and he got caught in double coverage, and almost coming away was Bexley. As Luke almost, it seemed like he tripped a little bit there, trying to come down with the catch. And, yeah, they just got away right there. Almost got, Bexley almost got their toes in for the interception. Just couldn't quite pull him in.
Yeah, that's a second near miss for the Lions on the sideline. You remember that play where Welsh was flush, and he had to run about 35 yards to be able to get in position to make a throw. But anyways, it's 3rd down and 8 for the Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. Casey takes the snap. He's dropping back. He's back to throw. Fires middle, and he was looking for Luke Lachey. It's broken up. He wants a flag. No call.
We're seeing a lot of that double coverage on Lachey. We've been seeing that actually a lot this game, where they just send 2 guys out on him. And again, just could not connect there.
So the Cats go 3 and out.
Looks like they try to go for that slant route and just nothing going.
Morosky to punt. Bexley has 1 man back to return. Snap back to Harrison. And it's a wobbling punt. Bounces at the 45. Takes a Grandview bounce. It'll roll some more. The Cats will trap it at the 32. So good punt for Harrison. 43-yard punt. And with 8:47 left in the 3rd quarter, the Lions will have the ball at that position.
Boy, the punting game's been excellent, though, on both sides tonight, Murphy.
Yep.
Both punters, matching one another. And it's that toe roll. I'm telling you, it's a lot of those times, those good punts come off, early lands, but a lot late bounces. And that's what's really been the formula for both sides, punting-wise. You'll probably punt about 30 yards, and then you get a roll. You get an extra 20.
1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 32. I formation for Bexley. Cats creeping up, showing blitz. Welsh gives an audible. He's looking over to the sideline for the play call. He's giving out signals to his lineman. He's back under center. He takes a snap. He starts to run up the middle after faking a handoff, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line. Jack Wallace, the tackle for Grandview Heights.
I see Jack get in on the action there.
Yep.
A lot of people seem to forget, though, Jack Wallace was a defensive man who got injured in the middle of the season last year, but was a crucial part for that Bobcats defense. And we're seeing him here tonight really delivering.
And a handoff to the lead back in the I formation. McFadden initially slithers away, but he'll be tackled at the 34 for a loss. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Cats lead 14-6. Touchdown scored by Charlie James and Harrison Morosky, both 26-yard and 6-yard rushes respectively.
And watching these two teams run, Murph, you wouldn't think they'd be rushing touchdowns, but they have been able to capitalize when getting in near the red zone with the rushes.
3rd down and 8 for Bexley at their own 34-yard line. I formation, Welch under center. And play action, he's looking right, he's pressured, he gets away from initial pressure, he throws it, it's almost intercepted by Charlie James.
Charlie had both hands on
Welch
that.
may have been better off just throwing that ball away.
Charlie had both hands on that, was just unable to get the grab, almost as if he was ready to make the run before he holds on to the catch. And it cost him. Nonetheless, it'll still be 4th down. But I talked about that play action. You knew it was going to be coming soon, and they went with it right there. That time the Bobcats didn't get fooled.
Schettinger to punt. It's a high punt, a lot of hang time. Luke Lachey telling the Bobcats to steer clear of the ball. And the ball will be downed at the Grandview 29-yard line. So that's a 37-yard punt for Schettinger. 7:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Cats lead 14-6. All points in this game were scored in the second quarter. Neither team has really been able to establish the run game. Cats, they've had a couple isolated big running plays, but it was a 52-yard catch and run by Darion Davis that really got the ball rolling for the Bobcats. Sam Speaks in at quarterback now. He's in the shotgun, motion Cook. And he keeps it on the jet sweep, and he leans forward to the 34.
Cats again just sticking with the ground and pound.
And that was the old Jordy jet that we saw with the tandem of Andre Reedy and Jordan Bate.
You know, Peters loves to go with that a lot. Just your quarterback, just make him run up the middle with it.
The Cats rode that formula to the Final Four, and they hope to go even further this year. Two receivers to the right, Lachey wide to the left. Or you have Davis wide to the left as well. Motion Cook and a jet handoff to Morosky. He is bottled up at the 31, and he'll be tackled for a loss. And we have an injured Lion on the deck. 6:10 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. Grandview leads 14-6. Stay tuned. Third and 8 for the Bobcats. Speaks in the shotgun. He's directing traffic. Trey Cook rushes into the game. He'll line up as a wideout to the left. Both Morosky and Davis in the backfield. Speaks, calls for the snap. He gets the snap. and he keeps it on the jet sweep. 35. He can't shake a tackle. He leans forward to the 40. A flag flies. And we'll see what this is. Personal foul on the Lions.
That was blow bomb that made the saving tackle. Had Speaks gone away from that one, he could have been off to the races right there, Murphy. He had so much room.
Speaks, I believe, did have the requisite yardage that was needed for the first down, and this will tack on 15 more. First down and 10 for the Bobcats. The Lions 45. They lead 14-6 here. 5:42 left here in the third quarter. And Kyle Casey in the shotgun. Both jump and Morosky in the backfield, and he gives right side to Morosky. Morosky to the 40. Morosky to the 35. He has the first down, and he's tackled from behind at the 30. Good run for Harrison.
And that may have been the play they drawn up for that Harrison Morosky touchdown early on, Murphy. Looked like he just had the open gap and went to a little bit towards the right side and followed his blockers and was able to come away with a big first down.
First and 10 for the Bobcats at the Lions 30. Grandview leads 14-6, looking to expand this to a two-score lead. Both jump and Morosky in the backfield. Two wideouts to the right, one to the left. Motion Cook and a handoff to Morosky. Morosky 25-20, 15-10, far side 5. Touchdown, Grandview Heights. Harrison Morosky, his second touchdown of the day. The Cats, I think, just got in on sportsmanlike conduct penalty. The flag was...
Luke Lachey has his hands up. It might have been on him after the celebration.
The flag flew when Morosky had crossed the goal line. After the play on sportsmanlike conduct on Grandview.
It was during the celebration.
Grandview fans are booing.
It was Lachey Morosky. I couldn't make out who the other guy was, but it looked like it was Luke Lachey. Could have been on Lachey because he was the one that had his hands up asking what he did.
The Lions it appears, will elect to enforce the penalty on the kickoff. Cook to snap, Speaks to hold, Giorski to kick. Cook over the ball. It's a good snap, good hold. The kick is good too.
But nonetheless, despite the penalty, Murphy, I do got to say, Morosky have an excellent run right there, just following a few of his guys to the left side and just found the gap and was able to convert on it.
Morosky gets his second touchdown of the day. 4:56 left in the third quarter. Grandview leads 21-6. We'll be back. Back here, 21-6, Grandview leads. 4:56 left in the third quarter. We believe the penalty was on Luke Lachey, though we can't decipher what specifically he did, or even we're not completely certain as to who it was on. But that's what we believe. Cody Cook to kick off here for the Bobcats at his own 25-yard line due to the penalty. Lions returners standing at the 35-yard line. Cook puts his hand up into the air, runs up. He lines it towards the middle. The kick is caught at the 25-yard line. Here's McFadden, 35-40. 45, slips a couple tackles, and he falls down into the far sideline at the Grandview 49. Nice return for McFadden there.
Yeah.
And the Lions will start in Bobcat territory.
Bexley's going to have great field position here. And again, I believe the penalty, because it was after a touchdown, is Morowski. I believe it might have been Speaks and Lachey were all jumping around celebrating, and the ref threw the flag, and it pointed, and it looked like the point was at Lachey, which would make you think it'd be on Luke, but narrowed down to 3.
Ball spotted at the 50, actually. Welsh is in the shotgun for the first time in a pretty long time. 2 wideouts far side, 1 to the right. Welsh takes a snap, a quick toss right. Here's McFadden to the 45. He's wrapped up by Morowski at the 48, and he's down at the 50. So it was a swing pass in the flat. Cats had it well discovered, and he's tackled for no gain. 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 21-6, Grandview leads.
See Bexley getting the ball trying to get to the football a little bit quicker now. Now that they realize how much time and what the score is.
I formation for Bexley. A handoff to the right. And he is driven into the sideline by Luke Lachey. That was Antonio Truss with the carry. Give him 5 there to make it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, with this Bexley team, you know how much they like to run the football. You just gotta start to move it a little bit quicker if you are Bexley.
Yep.
Definitely not a team that gets in the shotgun and airs them out a lot.
No. 3rd down and 6, the official spot at the Bobcats' 46-yard line. Again, Welsh is under center. Bexley gives the triple I look. And Welsh gives it to the second back, McFadden. He's wrapped up and tackled at the 45-yard line to bring up 4th down.
And once again, that was Joey Bertani on the tackle.
Joey Bertani, he's had a huge game defensively tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lions will bring on Schettinger to punt. Lachey near side and James far side, deep back to return. Schettinger retrieves the snap. It's a high and short punt. It lands at the 20. It'll trickle sideways out of bounds near the 20-yard line. 25-yard punt. And that's where the Bobcats will have the ball at their own 20.
And, you know, going back, Murphy, to Joey Bertani on that tackle, it seemed like up until that safety he had against Reedy, you know, is a little bit of a lackluster, but he's really been shining lately.
Yeah,
it took him a little bit, but man, he's really been delivering defensively for the Bobcats. I told him against that Reedy game, I expect you to come away with a big time stop, and he did.
Casey gives the snap to Morowski. Morowski bumps off an initial tackle, and he creeps forward to the 21-yard line. Only a yard there. Second down and 9 for the Bobcats. 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Third quarter. Why did I say second? Cats are still in the huddle. Now they break the huddle. They line up 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, 2 men in the backfield. Jump and Morowski. Casey gives it to Morowski, who spins off a tackle.
Wow.
Near side to the 25, 30, and he's tackled from behind. Shoestring tackle. Down at the 36, but Morowski is down, and oh no, this doesn't look good.
He's holding that left ankle, it looks like.
Is it an ankle? Is it a knee? But he's down on his back. Kate Wheel, the Bobcats trainer, rushing out there. So is Jason Peters. And while Peters and Wheel tend to Morowski, we'll take a break. 2:06 left in the third quarter. Cats lead 21-6. Harrison Morosky is being carried off the field as he could not move that left leg or that left ankle, and
It is good to see him up, though.
Yeah, good to see him up, though. We won't speculate as to the severity of his injury. Didn't look good from this vantage point. I can't imagine he'd be coming in anytime soon, as he's escorted onto a gator, a cart, and he'll be taken to a trainer's room, presumably. Casey lines up in the pistol. Hudson jump in the backfield. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Casey takes the high snap. He's rolling right, play action, and throws at Luke Lachey's feet. It's incomplete.
Again, they're still going to that outside of Lachey, but just nothing going for the passing game. Again, it's that 2-on-1 attack from Bexley. They're just finding ways to stop Luke. You don't think they did their homework, Murphy, do ya?
They totally did their homework. Second down and 10, Grandview Heights at their own 35. 2:01 left here in the third quarter. Cats have 4 wideouts. They send Davis in motion. They give it to Davis on the end around. Davis is in trouble. He's running backwards at the 25. He tries to start up the middle. He does get back to past the 30, but that's still a 4-yard loss.
That's twice now they've tried to go with Darion with that end route and just nothing going. We saw
end around game.
Second play of the game, of the whole game, the Cats tried to do that and just did not work.
End around game isn't working that great for the Bobcats, aside from the sweep by Charlie James. The 26-yard touchdown was the first score of the game. Third down and 14 for the Bobcats. 1:20 left and the clock is ticking. Casey in the shotgun. 2 stacked to the left. Casey takes a snap. He dumps it to Hudson jump. He overthrew him. It's incomplete.
Right now we're starting to see Kyle a little bit more antsy.
Yeah.
After missing a few receivers, he's starting to.
You could see he was kicking himself there after.
Yeah, and you can't do that if you're the quarterback. You got to keep your head up and focus on making the next pass. You can't beat yourself over the head because a lot of times it gets in the quarterback's heads and they make more mistakes. Hopefully.
Hudson jump on the punt here for the Bobcats, as Morosky presumably will be out for the rest of the game. It's a high snap, and jump hits a low line drive punt. It goes into the far sideline. Jason Peters knocked it down. And let's see where they spot it. And this will be spotted at the Grandview 45-yard line.
Looked like he might have gotten about 5, 6, 7 more yards, it seemed like, on that. But
well, it depends on where it went out of bounds. If
Yeah.
it's out of bounds in the air, it's out of bounds. 1:05 left here in the third frame. Cats lead 21-6. Cats looking to go to 5-0. Graham is already 4-0 for the first time since 2011, the undefeated season. They put Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden to his right. Welsh takes a snap. He pumps. He's going to air it out right side. It's a wobbler, underthrown, and intercepted. Trey Cook, the dynamite cornerback, makes the interception, and the Cats get their second takeaway of the night.
Yep, just a simple underthrown ball. Trey Cook was able to look up before the ball was hit to his man and just jumped up and make the grab. You want to talk about a big night for Joey Bertani, Trey Cook as well.
Trey Cook.
First that suplex, and now the interception.
Cook was down at the 22-yard line. Sam Speaks to take the snaps at quarterback this play. 4 wideouts, 2 each direction. Jump in the backfield. Speaks calls the snap. He gives it to Trey Cook on the end around. Cook to the 25, Cook to the 30. Cook has the first down. Cook tries to spin away, and he's tackled at the 38-yard line.
talked about the strength of Trey Cook, but don't underestimate his speed, Murphy.
His speed is underrated.
So quick.
Well, they rule him down at the 33.
Oh, wow. Looks like
Bexley recovered even the scoreboard. People are still realizing it. We're just realizing it. Welsh hands it off up the middle, and the running back is tackled at the 30. Grandview came up with the ball there, but he was down. Yeah, that fumble caught everyone off guard. There was no reaction from the crowd. The scoreboard operator was behind the 8 ball. We were behind the 8 ball there. 26 seconds and counting left here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Lions at the Grandview 30. 19, 18, 17, 16. There are more seconds left on the play clock than there are in the game clock here in the third quarter. They put Welsh in the pistol formation. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. McFadden has right hip. Play action. Welsh rolling right. Welsh looking to throw. He's under pressure. The throw is deflected. Looked like he was just trying to throw it away there. And it falls incomplete. With double zeros on the clock, that's the end of the third quarter. 21-6 Grandview Heights. And we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. Bexley has it deep in Grandview territory after Trey Cook was stripped of the football. They recovered a fumble. Now they have 3rd down and 7 at the Grandview 30. Cats lead by 15. This is the first play of the fourth quarter. Welsh in the pistol. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. McFadden moves to Welsh's right hip. Welsh takes the snap. He's rolling right. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. He runs, and he's tackled at the 27-yard line. You'd have to imagine this is 4-down territory for the Lions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're Bexley, the way they've been moving the ball today, you almost can't settle on field goals. You cut it down to a 5-point lead with field goal, but what good would that do for the Lions' offense?
To a 12-point lead with a field goal.
Or excuse me, 12-point lead. Yeah, exactly. What good would that do if you're Bexley? You almost have to go for it. You got to get in the end zone this drive, or within the next few drives. Because Grandview, they're not going to give you many opportunities this deep into their end zone.
And here we go. Biggest play of the game. 3 wideouts for the Lions, 2 near side, 1 far side. Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden moves far side. Welsh throws up the middle. It's caught for a first down. He slips away. 10-5. Touchdown, Lions. And we have an injured Bobcat. Zach Ford Wells with the touchdown. And you have a Bobcat lying middle of the field. Looks like whoever that is getting up. Peters and Kate Wheel, the trainer, are out there.
Looks like
that's Charlie James.
And yeah, Murphy, that was just a slant round. Kind of taking off one from the Bobcats playbook right there. And just got caught off guard.
Schedinger on to attempt the extra point as Charlie James is being escorted to the sideline, walking off under his own power. That's good to see. And if the Lions convert the extra point, it's a 1-score game. Snap is high. Schedinger's kick is up, and it is good. Zach Ford-Wells, 27-yard scamper on 4th down, and the Lions make this a one-score game, 21-13, 11:06 left in the 4th quarter. Stay tuned for the exciting finish. (21-13) Grandview leads here in the 4th quarter. 11:06 remaining. Schedinger to kick off. We have to give a shout out to Tom Fultz, who's the de facto moderator of the YouTube comment section. He's all over the place. He's commenting on every move. That's a good
also
fan.
Scores around the league.
Giving the viewers scores from around the OHSAA. He's a good fan. Schedinger, a chip kick right side. Cats call a fair catch. Man, that was dangerous. But the Cats will have great field position.
Wow, what a great heads-up play right there.
Hammer collar.
Yeah, hammer collar. Looked like it might have been Darion who was just watching the ball still up in the air, and hammer collar was the one that came in late to make the jump before it was available up for grabs for Bexley to grab it. Man, you can't be watching the football while it's up in the air, Murph. That's how a lot of fumble recoveries on those onsides happen.
First and 10 for the Bobcats, their own 45-yard line. Casey in the pistol formation, jump in the backfield, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. And Casey takes a snap, looking far side, throws far side. It's caught by Luke Lachey, the stiff arm, and he leans forward close to the marker. And the spot should be enough to get him the first down. And indeed it is. 10-yard reception for Luke Lachey.
Now for the Bobcats, the way Bexley's been moving the ball and your defense have been performing, especially even with the throwing game. You know, they gave up that touchdown, but they've been doing a good job shutting down the run or throw. You got to think, start to melt this clock a little bit more.
It's too early to focus on the clock, I think. And a handoff to actually play action, throw right. It's caught by Trey Cook. He's in trouble, spins away. He's trying to fight off tacklers, but he'll be tackled for 1 yard at most.
That was a hard-fought 1 yard right there, Murphy.
Yeah, very hard-fought.
Juking 2 or 3 Lions right there, and then finally the 4th guy was able to bring him down on the sideline.
Actually, they spot him at the 46. So officially that's a reception for a 1 yard loss. .27 left here in the 4th quarter. Cats lead 21-13. Cats have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Casey in the shotgun, jump in the backfield. Casey takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's looking far side, caught by Luke Lachey at the 43. He bobbled it, and he's tackled at the 44.
A simple curl route right there to Luke Lachey for a few yards. Most importantly, Kyle Casey got a nice completion.
And officially, it's a reception for no gain. A huge 3rd down and 10 for the Bobcats.
And Morawski being out, Murphy, you got to think Cats are going to try to air this one, unless they want to go to Hudson Jump. But they've been using Hudson Jump kind of as a blocker for Morawski tonight, and it's been panning out pretty well.
Timeout called by the Bobcats. That's their first timeout of the half. 9:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Cats lead 21-13. Stay tuned. Second down and 10. Third down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Bexley 45. End around to Trey Cook. He tries to find some space up the middle. He's tackled and slammed back at the 44. He got to the 44. I mean, why did they?
Once again, that's going to be a yard back for the Cats.
Yep.
So it seemed like a yard that was
I
gained.
thought he got forward progress, but yeah, the officials have not been generous in their spots. It's fourth down. Bobcats ball at the 45. Hudson jump to punt. And he retrieves the snap. And it's a wobbling punt. It's caught at the 13.
Oh, nice open.
Nice open field tackle by Trey Cook there. He's a great special teamer as well.
Mm-hmm. Been calling his name a lot as of late, Murphy.
Yep.
But he's always reliable. You can always count on him to be in on the action no matter what. Yeah.
Offensively, defensively, as a specialist.
And we've been calling his name for now well over a year.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see. 9 minutes to do. Bexley, they could still stick with the run, obviously, only being down 8.
Lions have it first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Welsh in the shotgun. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right. And Welsh is looking to throw. He throws right, and it's incomplete. A flag flies. I mean, the amount of penalties today has been impressive. This time it goes against the Lions. It's a hold on Bexley. Will Grandview accept the penalty? Looks like the crowd here is thinned out a little bit, even in the Grandview side. Once again, a decent Bobcat contingent has made the 7-mile trek here to Bexley. And the Bobcat fans are vocal, getting up in arms over the calls. They're cheering on the big plays. First down and 21 for the First down 22 make that for the Lions at their own 8-yard line. Welsh in the shotgun, 4 wideouts, 2 each direction. McFadden in the backfield. And Welsh takes a snap. He throws right. Caught by McFadden at the 5. And he is stonewalled by Hudson Jump at the 10-yard line.
And from early on, Murphy, we saw a lot of that I formation from Bexley. They're starting to really become zone thing or get things out there. They're starting to get in that shotgun, that wide open formation. They want to try to make some bigger plays happen. They're used to running the ball almost the entire game, but Grandview, they just have not given them many options but to throw the football. And especially at this time to go, if you're Bexley, you got to find ways to get some big-time completions, which has not their been MO this season.
Second down and 19 for the Lions at their own 11. Welsh back to throw. He pumps near side, He's looking near side. He bombs one over the middle. Luke Lachey's there. He picks it off. Back the other way at the 35-30. 25-20. Hold on to the ball. And he's tackled at the 18-yard line.
And just like I said, creating those big-time throws for Bexley's not been their go-to thing. And we saw Lachey right there come up with the easy interception, a well underthrown pass. And Lachey did a good job to get a lot of yards, actually, out of that interception and give their offense a chance to try to put this one away here. But, boy, that's the second interception. I mean, the defense, you got to give them credit, though, Murphy.
Yep.
Besides those 2 touchdowns, how well they've been playing overall.
First down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Lions 19. Cats trying to blow this one open. Casey in the shotgun, jump at his right hip. Casey calls for the snap. He gives it to Hudson, jump far side. He tries to gallop his way to the 15-yard line. He's tackled for a short gain. Under 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Cats have an 8-point lead. Hudson got 3 yards on that carry.
We've seen a few forced fumbles from Bexley today. If you're Bobcats, number one thing, secure that football.
Hold on to the ball.
They're going to be trying to poke away at it and force some fumbles here deep in their own territory.
Second down and 7. Casey in the shotgun. Jumping Davis in the backfield. Casey's back to throw. He pumps. He's looking far side.
Nice.
He's got Luke Lachey. He makes the catch inbounds. Touchdown, Grandview Heights.
That was a simple turn stop for Lachey and take off to the end zone for the easy touchdown.
That's the quintessential Luke Lachey touchdown reception.
And that's the Casey Lachey combo that we've been missing a bit lately, but finally they connect this time.
Dynamic duo, both juniors. They've been playing football with each other since I don't know how long. Cook to snap, speaks to hold. Cats are having trouble getting the right personnel, and Grandview will call a timeout.
And those are the type of plays, Murph. You can't be burning timeouts this late in the game.
No.
You got to save them.
In case Bexley does turn the tables real quickly.
You get so much time to line up and get ready for that extra point, especially this late in the game. Everyone, you got to get out on the field. You got to know who's going to come in. If a guy misses his cue, the next guy's got to step up and just hop in there. But nonetheless, I mean, how long were we saying that Casey, he needs to get just that one pass going, and he finally connects right there to Lachey.
That was it.
You got to think that's going to be put a little momentum.
I mean, Luke Lachey, the man of the hour here. He had the interception. He had the 27-yard return. And 2 plays later, 16-yard receiving touchdown. Sends, looks like some students here to the exits. Speaks to hold, Jaworski to kick. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 28-13, Grandview leads, 7:16 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. Cody Cook to kick off here. 7:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Cats lead 28-13 after that 16-yard touchdown reception by Luke Lachey. Cook blasts this one left hash. It's caught at the 13-yard line. Return to the 20, 25, near side. He is stood up, still fighting, and he's out of bounds. Don't do a late hit. Cats did not.
Already had enough flags as it is tonight, Murph.
No kid you.
But now if you're Bexley with 7:09 to go, you got to start to get things moving here offensively. I know you just threw the interception if you're Welsh, but now you really just got to try to create some big-time throws down the field. Not enough time to make some runs here. Especially the way the Cats defensively been stopping the run. Excellent tonight.
Welsh in the pistol. McFadden now at his left hip. Now Welsh is just in the shotgun. Welsh takes a snap. He's looking near side. Now looks far side. Now throws it short. It's caught at the 29 for a 2-yard gain. The reception by Carter Brenner.
And now you see the hurry-up offense from Bexley after that
Second
short
down
throw.
and 8 for the Lions at their own 29-yard line. 6:46 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Cats have a 15-point lead. Lions have 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Now they have 4 men. Now Welsh is in an empty set, and he throws far side. The throw is wide into the Bobcats sideline, and it's third down. Clock is running here. I don't think it should be. 6:20, 6:19, and the officials finally notice. $6:26 is what they'll put on the clock. And the clock has been properly updated. And here we go. Third down and 8 for the Lions at their own 29-yard line. 6:26 left in the fourth quarter. Cats lead 28-13. Welsh in the shotgun. 3 wideouts near side, 1 to the right. Welsh calls for the snap. He gets the snap. He's looking near side. Throws middle. It's caught for a first down at the 42-yard line. It's Zach Ford-Wells with the reception.
And boys, he's had a day tonight, hasn't he?
He's been Bexley's best receiver. First and 10 for the Lions at their own 42. 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 15 points. McFadden in the backfield. Welsh in the shotgun. 4 wideouts, 3 to the right. Welsh takes the snap. He's looking far side. Flag flies. It's caught at the 48, and the tackle's made at the 50-yard line. We'll check the flag.
That's going to go against the Lions.
And it's a pre-snap penalty. It'll make it first and 15.
One thing I noticed on that snap, Murph, I believe it was, blow bomb again. He was down here, and no one was shifting over to guard him. He was wide open. Bexley Wells saw that. He could have just gone for the quick
Cats caught a
pass.
break.
Yeah, Cats caught a break, but
break.
Lachey was able to get there in time to stop him. Again, just a little bit on the sleepiness if you're the Cats. Those are just the small things you just got to look and focus on.
You have to get your men. I mean, that was a
happened to the Browns once, didn't it?
I don't remember. I can't be negative about them anymore. They finally won a game. Welsh in the shotgun, 4 wideouts. Welsh takes a snap. He rolls near side. He looks near side. He pumps, throw, caught at the 41 to the 45, and Carter Brenner will be tackled at the 50-yard line, about 2 yards short of the marker.
Brenner, he was wide open right there. I just didn't see any Cats around him until after he made the catch. They're all expecting the deep pass, and they went for the little tiny smaller pass to Brenner and got him a good gain out of that.
5 minutes and change left here in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 15 points. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 near side to the left. Welsh in the shotgun, McFadden at his right hip. McFadden now moves to a wideout right. Welsh takes snap. He's hurried. He's rolling right. He's going to run. He's got the first down. There's a flag, and he goes into the Grandview sideline. We'll check the penalty. A personal foul on the Lions.
That's 2 now. On this drive, that really hurt Bexley and pushed them back.
Penalties, penalties, penalties. They've killed both teams tonight.
They're going to take him all the way back to, what does it look like, the 26-yard line? Man.
26-yard line. This is going to be second down and 26 for the Lions. Time is running out for Bexley. 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 15 points. Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden to his left. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. McFadden takes a snap. He's looking left side. He throws left side. He's caught. Another flag flies. And Brenner will be tackled at the 37-yard line.
You don't say, Murphy. You don't say.
Check the flag. And I believe the signal is for an ineligible receiver on Bexley. Man, that ineligible receiver rule, I mean, you could spend a whole college class devoted to figuring out that rule, and I'd probably still fail that class. And you wouldn't know what's eligible, what's ineligible when you see it.
It's kind of like the tuck rule.
The tuck. Or what a catch is in the NFL. Second down and 33 for the Lions at their own 19-yard line. Welsh in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's rolling right. There's a hold on Bexley, and the throw is incomplete. I think Grandview might want to decline this one.
What's that, 3 straight penalties now going against the Lions?
Holding on the Lions. Yep, the Cats decline it. Smart move, Mr. Peters.
They can only go back so far, Murphy.
Third down and 33 for the Lions, their own 19-yard line. 4:44 left in the game. Cats lead 28-13, and they put Welsh under center here in the I formation. Cats stacking the box, and a handoff left, and he will be tackled for a loss by Glenn Cribbs and Hudson Jump.
You've got a 4th and 38 play
Fourth
drawn
down
up
and
if you're
38.
Bexley.
Do they go for it here?
They still have 3 timeouts. If they wanted to punt it away and try to come
and
up.
And I see
bring it out, they
Schettinger coming
could.
out, so that's what they'll do.
Again, they still have 3 timeouts, Murphy. They can still stop the clock 3 times, try to get the football back and get a score and an onside.
Yep. Schettinger standing at his own 1-yard line. He takes the snap. And it's a punt. It's caught by, he fumbles the ball. And Bexley has it. And they have life.
There
but
is
there
a flag.
is a flag. Holy cow, this could change everything. I see the official gave a signal for a sideline warning, but we'll check. It's a foul on Bexley, but it is their ball. Lions all of a sudden have some life here. It's not over just yet.
On a fair catch, too.
On a fair catch, Luke Lachey, who made 2 huge plays, coughs up the football there.
And it looked like he tried to catch that off the fingertips, Murphy.
Yep.
He didn't have the whole hand palm on the football. That's
all right.
How a lot of fumbles happen.
First down and 10 for the Lions, their own 44-yard line. 3 wideouts. And he takes a snap, throws over the middle on a slant. It's caught at the 47. He leans forward to the 44. He had the first down. Sam Speaks with the tackle. The clock runs 3:49, 3:48. Welsh in the pistol formation. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Welsh takes the snap. He pumps for a check down. Now he's going to run, and he's sacked at the 46-yard line. Joey Bertani in on the tackle.
He's had a few of those today. Man, that was a Welsh should have best just thrown the football away right there, Murphy.
And time is a factor here. 3:24, 3:23. Lions are still in the huddle. 3:19, 3:18, 3:17, 3:16, 3:15, 3:14. Second down and 12 for the Lions at the Grandview 46. Welsh in the pistol formation. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. McFadden in the backfield. Welsh takes the snap. He's rolling right. Now looks middle. Now throws middle. And the throw is incomplete.
Well, we stopped the clock for a little bit there, but man, Bexley seemed a little slow to get to the football. I mean, granted, you still got 3 minutes and 3 timeouts, but at the same time, you're only going to have maybe one more opportunity after this to get the football back and try to score. You gotta earn that extra possession. That's the thing. You can't be playing for a late touchdown, onside kick. You could do your best to try to score early so you can force to get the football back.
Third down and 12 for the Lions at the Bobcats 46. Welsh in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. He's rolling right, looking to throw. Short throw is incomplete to bring up 4th down. The pass, I believe, was intended for Patrick Beck.
It's a big 4th down here, Murph.
4th down. This is the game. Yep, John, this is the game for the Lions.
They were gifted this opportunity here, and just the last 3 drives, they just haven't been able to do much.
And here we go. They line up 2 receivers each direction. Welsh in the shotgun. McFadden at his right hip. Welsh takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's looking right. He's under pressure. He escapes the sack initially. He's flushed. He throws down the field, and it's incomplete. And shockingly, I do not see a flag, and Grandview will take over on downs.
And who else was in on the stop right there? Joey Bertani.
Joey Bertani.
And also
Player
Jack
of the
Wallace
game.
helped
Jack
out right
Wallace.
there. Yeah.
He's been a standout D-liner for Grandview tonight.
Good job by the line right there to force absolutely nothing. And the coverage did their part too. Cats come away with the football.
Bexley has 3 timeouts. 2:44 left in the game. Cats lead 28-13. Speaks in at the quarterback position. He's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He gives it, he keeps it up the middle. 50, 45, falls down at the 43, but a flag flies. I'm just so incredulous how many.
It's another
all
flag.
you could do is laugh at this point. And of course, we've beaten the penalties narrative with a dead horse, and y'all are probably tired of hearing about it. So we will refrain from doing so, or at least we'll try. Clock's still running. Lions not electing to burn their timeouts. And it was a hold from the spot, so it will still be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 47. Speaks, the quarterback, 2 receivers to the right, motion Cook, and the jet sweep keeper. Speaks is tackled at the 50-yard line. Lions do not elect to use a timeout here.
I think at some point they're going to start using them.
Scoreboard says it's 3rd and 6. I thought it was. Yeah. Well, either way, we'll figure out after this play. 141, 140, 139. Lions have all 3 timeouts. Cats lead 28-13. Catch trying to milk the clock. Ball at midfield. A handoff to Hudson jump. Jump 45, jump 40, 35. He's going to take this to the house. Touchdown, Grandview Heights. Hudson jump. Takes it all the way. And that should ice it.
Hudson jump with the exclamation point. We hadn't seen him get the ball a ton. Like I was saying before, they were almost using him for a blocker for Harrison throughout the majority of the game. That time they give him the football one time. Bam, run straight through the entire Bexley defense. I don't even think he got touched by any defensive players from Bexley. He just, good job blocking-wise. He just ran right. He saw the fields.
Yep. Jaworski to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. 35-13. Cats are about to move to 5-0. A huge game versus Whitehall on deck. This game has major MSL Ohio implications. Whitehall just had a huge win last night versus Academy, and the Cats will get out of here with a record of 5-0. And that'll be the Cats' biggest test of the season. Can't believe we're already halfway through, John.
It's been a very quick season, Murphy. I think it's just
no kidding.
The way the Cats have been playing. We haven't seen a lot of mistakes from the Grandview team thus far. And yeah, like you said, that Whitehall team, boy, do they look good? But the Cats, they're gonna fight, and we got a good one next week.
And Whitehall, they love to throw the ball. They love to run this quick no-huddle offense. So Calvin Horning, our stats guy, he's going to have his hands full next week. Just warning you.
And like we said, Murphy, this was a game we were talking about that could have been a trap game, and early on it seemed like it was going to go that way. But the Bobcats, they bend, but they didn't break. They did their, they played Grandview football. It took them a little bit, but once they could get the throwing game going, that was that. Really, it was all about Kyle Casey and the completions he made. He did an excellent job to give the Bobcats a victory here tonight.
Cody Cook, a squib kick. It's picked up by the Lions at the 31. They'll cover it there. And that's where their final drive of the game will start.
Also want to give a quick shout out to Heidi and Nico Card there watching from home. Nico, as you know, he's a valuable part to this Bobcats team. He's a quick kid, very great athlete. He's been going through a little bit lately, and we love him, and we hope to get him back on the field soon.
Nico, and of course we'd love to see him back on the field, but Nico, just get well. We're thinking about you, and we're glad you're tuning in, and we can't wait to see you back on the football field. A handoff to the left side. Run. A tackle is made at the 38.
Looks like Bexley, they're just going to try to run the football.
They're just going to try and maybe pad their stats. They're just looking to next week. 2nd down and 4 for the Lions at their own 38. Clock ticking. 50 seconds left in the game. 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. And Welsh is under center, I formation. A pitch to the outside. 40, 42, first down. And he's down inbounds at the Grandview 48-yard line. And we have an injury. And we'll take a quick break here with 31 seconds left. 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cats have a very comfortable lead. They lead by 22 points. A pitch to the outside. Tackle is made by Darion Davis out of bounds. A 2-yard gain. 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Bexley now just playing it safe after what just happened. But wasn't the most perfect game from the Bobcats, but overall, Murph, they did a pretty good job, to say the least.
And they win this rivalry game for the second year in a row. Welsh under center, I formation. A handoff to the fullback. He pushes his way to the 39, short of the first down. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I see the Lions walking towards the sideline. And that is it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night from Bexley. Final score here, Grandview 35, Bexley 13. Cats move to 5-0. Lions move to 1-4. Cats have a huge game versus Whitehall on deck. Get to the stadium and make noise. If there's no way you could possibly get to the stadium, I guess you can tune in here. But please get to the stadium. Please make some noise, and please be a factor in the game. Calvin, are you ready? Over to Calvin Horning, our stats man, to give you the numbers.
All right. A fairly defensive contest till the end. Bobcats finished with 315 total yards. They had 183 rushing yards on 29 carries. And leading rusher was Harrison Morosky. Before he got injured, he had 86 yards on 11 carries. Hudson Jump also tallied 75 yards on 7 carries, most of those coming off his 50-yard touchdown run in garbage time. Kyle Casey had a pretty good day passing-wise. He went 10 of 18 for 132 yards with 0 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Leading receiver, Luke Lachey, 5 for 48. And Bexley totaled only 191 yards on the day. They broke 100 rushing yards on the final play of the game, finished with 101. Leading rusher was Truss with 60 yards on 10 carries, averaging 6 yards per carry. Carter led them in receiving with 33 yards on 4 receptions, and Welsh threw 9 of 22 for 90 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. All in all, a good game for the Cats, especially on the defensive side of things. I'm going to hand it back to Murphy.
Thanks, Calvin. 4-1 Whitehall is on deck for the Bobcats. Cats move to 5-0. Once again from Bexley, your final score, the Grandview Bobcats 35, the Bexley Lions 13. For John Sterniker and Calvin Horning, I'm Murphy Horning, and good night.